Okay, so as you can see, I do not have any brows on at the moment. These are naturally as high as my brows are. You can see here that the hair doesn't come in as far on this eyebrow. These hairs kind of go up, like they don't go across, they go up like that. This one's a good eyebrow, this is my shit one. So these ones go up, so it's quite sparse and you cannot see the hair at all. So usually I fix that with just filling them in. We're going to start with the first brow, my On The Go in a Rush. Also, I do not have any face makeup on. I don't know why I have to have my brows done first. I could go out with no makeup as long as I got my brows on. That is the main thing. So I'm going to start now. So I use this palette here, not those ones. It is an Inglot palette. I made it up myself. I chose all the colours. So for my brows, I usually use this colour here because my regrowth is also coming through. So I don't want them to be too dark, and it does come off darker than what it looks in the pan. So I'm going to use this one. It's in the colour 342. And I usually use this one on the tail end of my eyebrow. If you definitely want your brows to stay on for a very long time, which I'm not going to do because I'm not really going anywhere, you can also use like a primer, like an eyeshadow primer, and run that through your brows, and that will help the shadow stay on. If you're using a pencil, you don't really need to use a primer or anything because usually they're wax based and they really hold on. Okay, so I'm probably going to do something quite quick, something that I do for work. So firstly, I usually just run through it. And you can tell my hair is quite light because my hair is naturally quite blonde. So that's the problem I got. I got very light hair naturally on my head, and that's why my brows are so light as well. So what I'm going to use to fill in my brows is just going to be this angled brush here. You can use whatever brush you'd like, whatever works easiest for you. So I'm going to take that colour there first, and I'm just going to lightly run through my brows. And kind of avoid the front area for now. So you can see here, my arch is kind of funny, so I like to fill in right here so it looks a little bit more full. My hair is just so light you can barely see it. It's really terrible. So, and when you get to the front, I like to kind of push it up just so it's a little bit softer, because then once you've done that you can just run through it again. So I might just grab a tiny bit of that dark brown and just put it right here. And pretty much that's my quick everyday brow. You can tell it was really easy. I just followed the natural shape of my brows. This is what I just wear to work because I do not wear much makeup to work, just BB cream and all that stuff. So that's all I'm going to do. You can set it with a brow gel if you really want to, but I'm not going to. So I'll just go ahead and do the other brow. And you can see if I do this, this brow is long here and this one isn't so long because of the sparse hairs right here. So I'm just going to get that light brown and I'm just going to tap it literally very softly. Okay. So we're going to move on to, like, I guess the second phase of this where I want them a little bit more precise. So literally I'm gonna go back in with that light brown and I'm gonna continue filling, and then I'm gonna show you how to clean them up. And I'll go a little bit outside my brow because I'm gonna wipe that away anyway. Another great trick, if you find that you can't get within the hairs, before you start, brush the hairs that way and then fill them in because you'll get underneath the hairs, and then you brush them back over. Okay, so I've kind of over-filled them, which I want, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. Okay, so to clean up my brows, I'm just going to take a synthetic brush. I'm just using this one here. I believe it was from a Naked palette. And the reason I love this brush so much, long story short, is I kind of got some eyelash glue stuck in it. I cannot remember, I've had it for years, like I'm talking 3-4 years, and the brush has gotten really hard, which I like. It was kind of like an accident, but it's so, I make sure I flatten it before I do it so I get a nice hard clean edge you can use to clean up your brows. It can either be concealer, foundation, or whatever's, you know, whatever works best for you. I'm just going to use a BB cream today just because I want to do this quite quickly. I don't want to go too full on. Dip that brush in, just the tip. So I've got some product on there, and what I'm going to do is just follow underneath my brow. And then I'm going to run along the top as well. And when I get to the end, I used to like them quite square at the front, but now I like to kind of round them out. So I'm just gonna kind of soften it. Just make sure you blend it out. If you're not going to wipe it off, you can wipe off the concealer with a wipe if you want to, or foundation or whatever you're using. I'll probably wipe it off, but I'm just showing you. Okay, so that one is done. You can see how much cleaner it looks and the shape is so much better. I just love cleaning my eyebrows up with concealer or foundation. It's just, I don't know. Ever since I started doing my brows, I cannot leave the house without filling them in at least. So I'm just going to move on to this eyebrow and just clean this one up. The last bit I'm going to show you is what I usually have in my tutorials, because I like to have full done brows when I'm doing a tutorial. I'm probably going to make my brows just a little bit darker, probably on the tail, not so much the front. I'm going to go ahead and continue cleaning them up and sharpening those brows up. So I've just finished doing this brow. You can see it is a little bit darker. It's a little bit thicker than normal, but I'm going to roll with it. It's alright. I'm going to go ahead and do the other brow off camera because pretty much you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fill it in more and clean it up. And then I'll show you the end result. So I've just finished my brows. I'm probably looking a little bit crazy because I have no face makeup on and they're probably looking really intense. I'm going to go ahead and do all my face makeup and probably come back and show you. If not, then this is what you get. This is the ending of the video. It's pretty solid. Okay, so I'm back. So I finished all my makeup, like my face makeup, so you can see the eyebrows look a little better now. They don't look so full on the face. I really like having my brows this way. I just feel like it polishes up the whole look. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed watching this tutorial on how I do my brows, and please like and subscribe if you want to be updated with videos weekly, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.